Mim, Indi. Mim, welcome back.
Thank you.
And Indi, first time on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
It's great to have you both here. Probably the two best Stroms. I've had 3 out of 5 so far, and well,
I think Noah's dying to get on. You got to hit him
still,
up
I'm still
again.
standing by. Oh, he was the first one I actually asked, and he told me no. So
No, you got to pester him a bit.
can't have that. But it's been great. I've been wanting to get you back on Mim, and also Indi. You've been doing so much as well, so I'm excited to see and hear your story because in my eyes, you're still the little 8-year-old girl that rocked up to the house back in Manning Road.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
I remember a shifty little house somewhere whenever we'd come down.
Shifty story.
Yeah, I don't really remember too much about it.
All I know is Zach messaged me saying, "Oh, my parents and sister are coming through. Can you just make the house look tidy?" And then you're already there. And I was just like, "Oh, this is not a good look." Like house of 19-year-old boys and 8-year-olds running around here. I think you would have been 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah, probably.
It's insane.
Mum would have cleaned up when she got there.
Yeah, she was definitely doing something. Brett was fixing something. So there was always the house needed plenty more than that anyway. Excited to have you guys on. You're obviously playing both footy for Freo. Great. You're not wearing any purple today. That's okay. I won't hold you against it. But I wanted to get you both on because, Mim, last time you were on, you spoke so much about your family and how they were involved in sort of getting you to where you are to this day. And you spoke really highly of your little sister.
Ooh. I don't remember that.
You said a lot about her. If we can go back and listen to the episodes, I've got the cuts right here. But I was excited to get both of you on just to really unpack how you've both got into where you are now playing football together at the highest level. And really just learn about what goes on in the Strom household from the two of you instead of just getting individuals. But before we even do that, there's I've got a new question I've started that I've brought in. And Mim, I know you answered my last one, but are you happy to give this one a crack this time?
Yeah.
So I'll get one answer from both of you. You can decide who wants to answer first. What's the most random achievement during your childhood?
I have one. Randomly... So random, but soccer. I used to play. We played a little bit of soccer growing up, and I won the coaches award for soccer.
Did you?
Randomly, yeah. I played 1 year, and that was it. I was terrible.
I think there was only 1 year. Like they tried to get it.
Yeah,
up
they
and
tried
going.
to get it going, but I won the coaches award.
I don't remember you winning any awards, but
She's
take
claimed
your
it.
word for
That's
it.
a random one.
I can see that though. She's a jack of all trades.
I think I've mentioned this on a podcast, but like I won like a film, like we did like a film competition in Exmouth, and I won. And like
I think I've heard this.
the photo for the paper was so weird because they had like the Whale Shark Festival, and I bought this like little clip-on tie, and I was wearing it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so embarrassing. And like Lucy's cut the weirdest fringe, but yeah, that was probably
You
the
let
most
Lucy
random.
be your hairstylist.
She was our hairstylist from the ages 0 to probably
Now, she still
now,
cuts one
she's
now.
still, but at least we stopped her from giving us the fringe
Just doesn't put the
cut.
bowl on the head. Is that
Well,
what she used to do with the
well,
boys?
she said she used to test her haircuts out on us, and then when they looked terrible, she was there. Whew, thank God I didn't put it on myself.
Did Zach and Noel put their hand up for that one too? Or?
I don't know if they
Didn't
ever
it?
cared about hair. I mean, when Zach grows his gets pretty curly. He probably just did the
Does.
old buzz cut whenever it got too
He was
long.
probably ruining that he doesn't have as much as he did back then.
Yeah,
to
he'd
this
like to
day.
get
Not
back
much
to
to
it.
work with.
But it is looking good now. Sorry about that little take there, Zach, on you.
Stab.
Great, good answers. Fantastic. Soccer, that's a bit of a shock.
Yeah, never again.
I mean, it's fitting for this time of the year with the World
Yeah,
Cup going
World
on.
Cup.
So,
Yeah.
well done. Good answer. Obviously know a lot about where you've grown up, Mim, and you're obviously sisters, so you've grown up the same place, being Exmouth girls. But the household itself, like it was full of sport. There was always a lot going on in there. Did you find a family of five siblings? Did you find that you two probably had the strongest connection between you, or did you find that there was other people in the family that sort of went in and out of?
That's a really good question. Because, so obviously, Zach went and boarded where he luckily met you. So did
thank you.
Lucy. So we probably didn't grow up with them
Yeah,
that much.
I don't have any memories really of growing up with them apart from when they'd come back to visit.
Yeah.
That's
it was
kind of
really
sad
just
a little bit.
It is, but it's
it
just
is
like
really
what
sad.
happened.
Yeah, but now we're so close.
Yeah, very close
Yeah,
now. So
but-
it was me, Indy, and Noah.
Yeah.
Probably that grew up. They kind of had a little thing against me, like oldest and youngest,
Yeah.
picking on the middle, I feel.
Yeah, I think me and Noah were pretty close. Like, I think Noah really liked me and he'd bully Mim.
Yeah.
And he had, like, a soft spot for me.
But now, I'd say we... Oh, this is going to be so mean to Lucy.
Just
but
say
we
it.
just through living together, we're probably the closest.
Yeah, definitely.
But Noah and Zach are also extremely close. Obviously, Noah was
Yeah.
the best
Yeah.
man recently at the wedding. So I'd say it's
Groomsman-
probably pretty
groomsman on this
equal.
side, just remember that. There's a groomsman. on this
Yes,
side,
of
yeah.
course. The whole team of lovely groomsmen. But I'd say, well, we're best friends, but they're also best
Yeah.
friends. So I feel bad because Lucy's kind of left
we are
out.
best friends, but, like, when Mim and Lucy get together, they like to gang
she
up
thinks,
on me.
She thinks we
Well,
have an
that makes
alliance
sense.
Like,
against
they
her.
become little besties for part-time.
She's
but
always
I'm
like,
the
what are
real
you talking
bestie.
about? Like, we're talking about Mum, not you. So back off.
I've got to know you all individually. So in my eyes, the way I see it is Lucy's like, well, you already have your mum and dad, but Lucy's sort of like the mum
No,
to
she
you
is.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she doesn't sort of pick and choose, and that's why you two will probably have a great connection. Zach and Noah, obviously, a great
Yeah.
connection, and Lucy can sort of jump in between
Yeah,
it
she's
all.
probably
Yeah.
the best traits of all of us, I'd
Yes.
say. And is our biggest cheerleader
Yeah.
of all of us. But another funny thing is that me and Noah are probably very similar, and we look a little bit more similar, whereas Indy and Zach, they're both like cold-hearted. They are
Yeah.
straight to the point, and they'll tell you to your face if they don't like you,
We're
kind of thing.
strong-willed.
Yeah, whereas Nora and I are kind of being sort of middle children. We're sort of keep the peace people.
Yeah.
And we probably have a very similar humour.
Yeah,
so
so-
it's nice, all the little connections. But yeah, we're all luckily very close now. We all live pretty close together, which
Yeah,
is
you're
lucky.
basically one street away from
Yes.
each other, to be honest with you. It's ridiculous how close you all are. But also being the youngest as well, you get favoured. I know that's the feeling. It's nice. Everyone protects you, and you can pick on all the rest from there. Did you find you had a lot more freedom as well from your parents?
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I don't really know what they dealt with growing up, but I'm as I said, I'm very like strong-willed to kind of do what I want.
But I think
Maybe I get away with
Mum
it a
and
little
Dad
bit.
gave up with the disciplinary
Yeah.
by the time Indy came along. She got to do whatever she wants.
It,
But
it-
it's probably-
it does get to that. I've got three adult siblings, so it was just like they got picked on non-stop,
Mm.
and then me being the youngest had the lot. I swear, by the time I was 16, I could say I'm going to a friend's house. Really, I'm going to a party or something. They
Oh
would
yeah,
not
Mum
care.
was so laid back.
They were just like, you know what? As long as you come back alive,
Yeah.
everything's
Doesn't
okay.
matter. Yeah.
No. So obviously, like the household itself, a lot of chaos. You've built a great connection. All the family is. I've got to say, it's a beautiful family. The size of you all, it's ridiculous. I don't know what goes in the water. You're both still insanely tall. You make me feel so short every single time I see you all. But was the sport always sort of the biggest part that brought you all together? What would you say was sort of like the biggest thing in the family that really had the strongest connection amongst you all?
Yeah, I think the sport definitely, but also just Mum and Dad, like the way they brought us up. We've always, had family dinners, always doing things together, so that's kept us really close, I'd say.
Yeah, you don't really appreciate it until you're older and you understand that not everyone's family dynamic is like that.
Yeah.
So we were very lucky that Mum and Dad had created such a good family culture for us. But yeah, sport was a huge part of it. I guess obviously we followed in Zach and Noah's footsteps, wanting to play football, watching our brothers play. So yeah, it's been a huge part of our personalities and where we are today. So we're very lucky that Mum and Dad had a good sports culture and just kind of let us try whatever we want. We were so lucky.
And I actually didn't realise this, but your parents aren't originally from WA.
No, did you not know that?
No, I did not. I just thought they were just randomly in Exmouth that have ever had to choose where to live.
I know.
And they end up, travelling around the country and stop there?
They did for their honeymoon. Dad had already travelled around Australia with his 4 brothers. So he also comes from a big family, which probably instilled like a good family values in him. So then for their honeymoon, they said, we're going around Australia. And I guess they got all the way around and stopped in Exmouth and said, well, we just want to raise our kids here, and it was such a beautiful place.
Oh,
And we're so lucky that they stopped there. But yeah, originally from Melbourne. Dad's a diehard Richmond fan.
Yep.
So obviously over the last few years he's been pretty lucky, but recently
not so
not so much. And Mum is a diehard Melbourne fan. Watched a lot of their games, a lot of losses over the years, and was pretty lucky. What was it? The grand 2021. She was very excited. But yeah, they still go for those clubs. Obviously Freo now.
Yeah. Well,
but at heart, they've got their own teams.
Of course.
And Mum's our great grandfather played for Melbourne, so that's why Mum was a huge
so
Melbourne
family
fan.
connection there as well.
Which was cool.
Do you ever think, like, knowing that Melbourne being like the capital of Australia, essentially, like all the sport comes out of there, do you ever think to yourself, sort of been like, if they had stayed there and raised you guys there?
It's interesting. I think, I mean, it's always fun to imagine what if, but I think the way we were raised in Exmouth, we were so lucky. Like, the country town vibe, is very different. And obviously we can't compare it because we didn't grow up in, metro area. And you do think about, like, the footy culture in Melbourne. Like, we've stayed at footy a lot longer.
Yeah.
But, everyone's got their different pathways, and I wouldn't change ours. I think we'd be different people if we, grew up somewhere else.
Yeah, I wouldn't change, like, growing up in a small town, like, at all. I think it's made us who we are, and, like, it's like a small fish in a big pond, like, in Perth, so.
Yeah, that was a big adjustment.
Yeah, definitely. I found the exact same.
In saying that, moving down was probably the best thing moving down to Perth for more sporting opportunities was probably the best thing that happened.
Exactly right. I find, and I say this to everyone, like, I don't know if you say this is about Exmouth as well, when people ask me about Geraldton, well, what's it like? Would we ever move back? And in my head, I'm like, I couldn't ever move back. But growing up there with just the vibe of it, having your friends that close to you, like, you took all that for granted once you moved somewhere here. Because, I mean, it's a 45-minute drive for me to go see Zach now.
Yeah.
And that's why we don't do it too often, also because we're older and we work all the time. But it's just those little things where you just don't realise how nice that country-based vibe is versus the big city. Because you're sport for choice here, but I feel like you take things for a lot more granted opposed to over there.
Yeah, absolutely. I've always talked about, like, I couldn't move back right now, or I don't see myself moving back in the next few years at all.
Well, you got a bigger career ahead of you.
Well, hopefully. Fingers crossed I'm still playing football, but it would be a lovely place to raise kids in the country for the start, but then I guess you have to make tough decisions on their opportunities are a lot more limited in the country.
Yeah, definitely. Well, football, we obviously know was huge for you, Mim, and where it's taken you. And I'm not going to say there's a correlation. But when you won here in, was it 2024?
Oh, yes. It's been a while.
That year, that season following, you took out the best and fairest, I believe, All-Australian, and you broke 2 all-time AFLW records.
I did. It must have been the podcast.
I'm
excited for what happens after this.
I'm not saying that, but Indy, just take notes. It's obviously a massive part of you, but Indy, was football always something you saw yourself doing? Like, you were, from what I'm aware, you were a netball player.
Yeah, definitely not. Like, I did not see myself here 2 years ago even. But yeah, when we moved to Perth, obviously followed Mim doing whatever she did. So I did, netball, footy for South Fremantle as well. But I was just terrible. Like, I was like a giraffe.
She had some improvement areas, but the athleticism was there.
Yeah. So then I just kind of lost the love for footy, and I was still into swimming. Swimming was the one thing that I had over everyone, because Mim was terrible at swimming. Everyone else was
average,
terrible.
okay?
You can keep yourself afloat.
So I was doing that and netball, and then, obviously seeing what Mim did, I was like, oh, maybe I can actually do that. So I went back and, played for 1 year waffle, and then here we are. But, I never saw that as my career at all. If anything, growing up, I was like, I want to be an Olympic swimmer. Like, that was my goal. Really random.
I've got a funny story about her going down to South. So she started at South, realised, it's maybe not for me, went away and sort of focused on her netball and her swimming. And then the year that she came back to South, didn't tell anyone. Zach found out through someone else, was like, oh, your sister's back training. Didn't tell the family. And my teammate, Ari Hetherington, who moved to Collingwood last year. She was playing with Freo at the time, and she just got drafted from South and was going down to see everyone, have a training, and goes, "Oh, you must be Mim's sister, Indi." And she was like, looked her in the eyes and said, "Nah." I don't know if she wanted zero association with my name or the Strom name.
No,
but
at this point, like, I'd just come back to South. I had the coach calling me Mim like every 5 seconds.
Yep.
Like, people asking me about it, I was just like, nah. Like, I'm done with it now. Like, I don't want to be associated as Mim's sister anymore.
So she basically forged her own path down at South and
Yep.
played, incredibly that year. I think you'd learnt a lot about football, sort of watching. Obviously, we were a bit late to football, and she had those athletic skills from netball and basketball.
It's natural in the family, to be
and she
honest.
just needed some practice at it. And obviously, Freo saw a lot of potential. And if you'd asked me at the start of our preseason, her first preseason, if she'd play, I probably would have thought she needs a lot of work. But by the end of that preseason, how much she'd learned and grown through that time, I was like, wow, that's incredible. And she obviously played every game last year, which was incredible.
It's one thing I learn about, and it's a common trait amongst your entire family, is that you're all so driven and determined to be the best version of yourselves. Like it's insane. The way I've seen Zach go from when he started playing resis, just scraping into the game, to all of a sudden becoming like a household name for South Fremantle. Same with Noah taking on them, and then the two of you just watching it all unfold. Like, Indi, I reckon your story has just taken me by surprise, because every single time I spoke with Zach, it was, I'm going to Indi's netball game, I'm going to Indi's that, I'm going to Indi's football game. I'm like, okay, she's taken up a few sports now. And then all of a sudden you're drafted. So it's just like insane to sort of see. And how old were you when you got picked up?
I was 20?
20.
Yeah, 20.
Yep. And how old were you?
I was 18.
18,
Yeah, fresh 18.
Okay. I was going to say you might have been able to pip her there, but she still just got you there. The one part of it I really enjoyed was when you end up getting drafted, was the video that came out, and
man, I got roasted.
The clinic looked really familiar, so that's why I was like, oh, this is an exciting video, because I know where we're going here. And it was obviously you must have had no idea. I'm assuming it wasn't staged whatsoever.
Not a single clue, no.
I did speak with Liana about this. She gave me a little bit of a debrief about it. And she said that she was calling you to confirm where she was going to be, so that you could organise to pick you up and then go to the game.
It was all a bit of a debacle in the end, because I was watching the draft, hoping that Indi might get picked up somewhere.
Just to confirm, you weren't watching or keeping updated?
No, well, so I had, you know how you can go on your phone and like you can refresh and it comes up with the names? Yeah, so I obviously had a few girls from South hoping to get drafted. So I was just keeping up to date, like waiting for their name to get called out. But like obviously doing my job.
Yeah. Obviously working hard.
She's not working there anymore. So then I got a call from Liana, and she was like, oh, I'm sorry, none of the other girls are available. Would you be able to come, like, pick up a draftee with me? And I'm like, oh, man, like, I would really love to just sit and watch the draft, like, just in case Indi's name comes up. Literally not thinking that Freo were thinking about her. And then I was like, no, I'd really just like to watch the draft at home, please. And she was like, I guess she panicked and sort of was like, oh, yep, no worries. And then sort of hung up the phone.
She was expecting to say yes.
And then I guess her and Ash had a little meeting, like, what are we going to do? She called me back. She's like, I'm so sorry. Look, like, we need, like, a leader. We really need you to come. I'll pick you up and I'll take you there. I was like, oh, okay, fine.
So she still hasn't spoiled it at that point?
No, she hasn't. And apparently they had a whole backstory if I'd asked, but I was, like, obviously, like, a bit disappointed that I couldn't watch the draft, so I was kind of not thinking about it. Got my polo on, she picked me up. There was, like, the media team and stuff. We were just chatting about our previous picks and stuff. And then I thought she was at netball training, because I didn't know she was working. I knew she was working for Zach, but I didn't know when. She was doing swimming coaching at the time as well, so I never knew where she was or what she was doing. So I never kept up with her job. And so we started heading east towards Zach's clinic, and I'm like, if like in my mind, I was like, well, if it was Indi, we would have been heading up to her netball.
So did you have were you did you have
I was like a little bit like, oh, that'd be cool. And then as soon as we started driving east, I was like, oh, no. And then just like didn't think about it. We arrived at Maddington now, I know. I'd never been to Zach's clinic at all.
So he'd been working there for
and
a few years already.
Yeah, and when I rolled up, I was like, what is this place? And then I was like, they weren't really giving me much. They were being really weird about it. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's all cool because I'd done a few media things. I was like, yep, all good.
Did you not ask for their name or anything?
No, but apparently they had a backstory in case.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, oh, man, like, imagine if it was Indy. That'd be pretty cool. But I was like, well, we're not anywhere near her. Got the jersey, walked inside and saw her, and I was like literally like ready to bawl my eyes out. I was like so excited. Yeah, like from both of us. And then people roasted me for not knowing where she works. Like I did not know. I'd never been there. I knew she was doing secretary work, but like she works all over, so I'm not going to keep up with unless she gets a permanent place. But yeah, it was just such an exciting day. A lot of emotions. Called mum and dad, and they were pretty excited. So
I think out of all that, like, I've seen the video, and it brings joy to my face every time I watch it, just to see the excitement and just the pure enjoyment from the two of you. But I think what I took out of it was, one, you obviously didn't know where your sister worked, but two, you didn't know where your brother worked.
No. Well, he's cracked my back at home before. I'm not going to go all the way out to Maddington, you know.
Well, after what it looks like, you won't be.
But no, I probably should have known where Zach worked. Probably not where Indy worked. But anyways, it made for a good video. It made for
great. I think that it just everything had to align for it to be that pure, and it's obviously worked out well. So for your lack of knowledge, well done.
Thank you. Thanks.
And you've been picked up. Like, what was next through your head?
Yeah, it was really weird because I was like, I never thought that I'd get picked up because I was like, what would they want me for? Like, I'd just, in the waffle, I was averaging like 2 disposals.
You're so humble.
Like,
so humble.
I was just going with the flow. And then the day of, really weirdly, Anya Tai, who is plays at Freo as well, she messaged me in the morning and was like, oh, good luck for the draft, like never know what can happen thing. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Like, maybe she actually thinks I could get drafted. And then Mum messaged me as well and was like, good luck today. And I was like, what is going on? And then, obviously saw Mim. I was like, holy crap, like, this is actually happening. And then, I had netball training that night, and I had to bring my coach and be like, oh, I'm really sorry. I'm, like, sick today. I can't come in. Just to, like, celebrate. And, yeah. You
didn't want to tell them that you'd just been drafted to the
AFL? Nah, not yet.
No, it's an amazing thing for it to come through. Did you nominate to get in?
Yeah, I did. A bit last minute though. I had Mim.
I made her nominate pretty much.
I was going to say, because the fact that you felt you had no idea, that's why I was wondering.
Yeah.
Like, did you actually nominate or not?
I'd been keeping track of when nominations were, and I was like hounding her about it. I was like, nominations coming up, because probably the catalyst for this was the year before. She was playing at South, doing really well in the back line, nearly got picked up in the Waffle State team. Yep. So was a chance for that. Year. Sorry, same year. Yeah. So it was a chance for that. Unfortunately missed out. She was a little bit disappointed about it. But then she got a call from Webby, our head coach, who's wonderful, and said, look, I'm sorry about the state team, but do you want to come do a practice match for us? So it all just like worked out. So she got to play the practice match. Obviously, Webby got to see her in action. She did really well, like key defender on one of their key forwards. And I think it was just a bit of a catalyst, like one door closes and the other one opens, and she got in front of, the team and was asked to be a train on sort of after that, which, was the catalyst for her kind of getting drafted.
How good. Was, obviously your first training session was back in, how old were you? You were 18?
I was 18.
Yeah, what year was that?
Drafted in 2019 for the 2020 season, and we had 2 that year.
You're the same as Emma?
Yes, same year. Yeah, we went to the combine together.
That's right. So you obviously went down to the club the early days where it was still in that transition period.
Yeah.
Did Coburn, were you still training there?
Yeah, we were at Coburn.
So you have a bit of a welcome to AFL moment because it was still in that development stage. They were still trying to work out the kinks and all that of it.
Yeah.
When you went down for your first session, was it a much different experience, would you say, for Indy
I would say
yourself?
so, but she wouldn't know that. While it was still in like a transitional period, we were figuring stuff out. We still had incredible facilities down at Coburn. I felt and still feel the club put a lot of value into their W program. And obviously I can't compare it to other programs, but I feel very supported, and the club the W program feels very supported from the club. So I guess in that respect, and then a lot of things have changed, like minor, like sort of the standards that we've set have grown every year. But I guess, yeah, you came into like a pretty good time.
Yeah, it was really cool for me. I was like came in, you know, we've got like nutritionists, all these amazing facilities, like psychologists, like everything you could need, which was really crazy to me. But yeah, super cool, which things that you might not have had then. So yeah, I was very lucky to come in at that time.
What would be the biggest thing most thing you looked excited about getting down to the club?
Probably just like the simple as like the locker, like the change rooms, like having my own locker was
Your
really
name
cool.
on it and all of that.
Yeah.
She likes free food too. Free anything.
Yeah, and like going to the kitchen, like you can just take whatever food you want was crazy to me as well. I was like, whoa, this is so cool. Like I think I was like having a toasty a day there, having a milkshake.
You just weren't eating, you were just eating out of the club.
Yeah, I was saving so much money.
That's such a cool experience. And is it the fact now that you're both down at the club? It's the sister duo down at Freo, which is great to see. What's it been like playing at elite level with each other? Because you wouldn't have got the opportunity to do that at the lower level, would you?
No, we just missed each other. Saw her at South. I was playing seniors when she was at Rogers Cup. But we've never actually really played in a team together, not netball, not basketball. So this was actually the practice match that she played was probably the first time we'd ever played together. It was a bit odd at first, I guess, as being in the program a couple of years. I guess I wanted her to do everything I did at the level that I was at, which, she was coming into the program. She was just trying to settle in and enjoy it. So it was a bit of a learning curve that first couple months, and I probably worried about it a bit too much, a bit more than everyone else, and was thinking about what group she was in. And I think now I've really learnt to step back and realise that she's her own athlete and she doesn't have to do everything that I do, and I don't need to push her the way I get push myself. She pushes herself in her own way. And now I couldn't even tell you when she's at training. We don't even sometimes cross paths. She's got her own sort of backy group and she loves that. So it's probably good that we're not in the same line. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I think, it felt like normal. Like for me, like coming in, it just felt like right. Like it didn't feel weird. Like I don't know, it just felt good. And then she obviously stressed about me a lot. Like she'd always be like,
"Well, that's the oldest sister."
Yeah, are you drinking this much water? Are you like going on this run?
Blah, blah, blah.
But like she doesn't know also that like I'm always watching her. Like I'm watching everything that she's doing. Like I'm taking it on board. Like she didn't need to tell me. So I'm like, I'm doing it just like when she's not looking.
It's good though, because you've obviously learnt a lot. You've had your experiences, and there's probably things that you wish you'd known in your first years. So
I guess I was trying to give that to her all at once, and it was a bit too much. And I realised she
just
has to
too much for you. It wasn't too much for me. You were just stressing.
She had to figure stuff out on her own, and now I feel very comfortable. It's like she's always been there.
She just does her thing now, which is great. Then you got to play the first game. You didn't get to play round one. You had to wait a little bit. Is that right?
No, I played round one.
You did play round one.
Yeah.
Oh, I got my touch from there.
Yes.
So you got to play in round one, and obviously together. Mm-hmm. What was that experience like?
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was so exciting.
Just the build up to it, everything going right up until you ran out in that field.
And it was like nice for me. Like we obviously had Zach there as well. Yeah. He flew over as the ruck coach, and it was just so good for me. I just felt like so supported. Like I always had Mim to look at or Zach to look at. Like I was going out there knowing that like I had my people. Like it just felt quite safe.
There's not many clubs where you would have that sort of connection.
Yeah.
You have your brother as a coach down there and your sister out the field for you. So that's even better. And then obviously you're out there protecting her a little bit.
Well, that first game, I believe we gave someone a Strom sandwich, they called it. We both tackled them. But once the game kicked in, you kind of treat everyone the same. They're all your sisters in purple. I don't know. We've yet to have someone like. If someone like tried to start a like fight with Indy, I'd probably run over there. I know Zach and Noah have been in their fair share of scuffles. They even ripped someone's shirt once. So hopefully we don't get to ripping anyone's shirt.
No.
But I think there'd be a little extra heat. But we're very calm players.
We're not the aggressive type at all.
I'd say we'd be the ones to calm everyone down rather than start the fight.
I feel you'd have a lot in you though. I feel like
I probably
would be able to hold your own pretty well. By the time Mim gets over there, it's already sorted.
Yeah, and if Indy's fighting someone, I know they deserve it. So I'm probably on board.
Oh, how good. Did you get the win?
Yes, we did.
Port Adelaide. The fam flew over. They had their T-shirts on.
Oh, how good.
Yeah, I think that game as well, you, like, hurt your finger. Did you break your finger?
No, that was round 3. Something might have happened.
Yeah, something happened with Mim's finger, and then it got to, like, half time or something, and they were like, right, so you're going in the ruck for Mim. And I was like...
Going in the ruck?
No, it was TK. TK unfortunately went off for a concussion test, and she was thrown into the ruck, and then all of a sudden it was me and her
I had to go in,
ruck,
like, centre bounce,
cool.
and I was like, yep, okay.
And I normally probably take most of the centre bounces, so she was thrown into the deep end. But
so that was cool. But
you're literally getting all your first experiences in your first game. Like,
Yep.
You just about ticked off the entire bucket list in one.
Yes.
And it's been a pretty good year for you as well. Like you obviously, the two of you together out there, week in, week out. Like I can't imagine what that would feel like. Like my family isn't really the most sporty of types. I'm probably the only one that really plays sport in my family, and I'm somewhat retired now. But being out there with your family members and all of that, like, do you feel like there's some sort of gel between the two of you where when you know exactly what each other are thinking, what to do and that sort of aspect? You know how like you see the Dacos boys, like they just always know where each other are. Is it sort of a similar little vibe for the two of you?
I guess so. I guess as a ruck, I try to be predictable to everyone so they sort of know where I am. I think she does kick it to me quite a bit down the line.
Well, you're the tallest player down the
true.
line.
Maybe she's just looking for the tallest.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we like connect too much on the footy field, with like me in the back line being a key defender.
Yeah.
But like off the field, like like we have like that twin sense kind of thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say twin sense, but I feel bad for saying that because like twins actually have like this connection. But yeah, I'd say we always kind of know what each other's thinking.
Yeah,
off
for sure.
the field, for sure.
Just a sister sense.
Yeah, a little sister sense. Sorry,
you always
Luce.
know where it's going to be. And then obviously like you're going to train together, you're playing games together, like you're basically inseparable there. But what about off the field? Like, are you still spending as much time with each other compared to before you're both at the club?
It's a good question. So when she first started, we were living together. And you'd think that we were, like, probably spending too much time together, like work, eat, sleep in the same place. But it felt just normal. I don't know.
Yeah,
it
we're
didn't feel
basically
like
doing
too
that our
much.
whole lives.
Yeah, it felt like normal growing up in a small town, always being near each other. I moved out last year, so that's been an adjustment, but we drive together once a week. It's actually a little bit sad when our rotations don't line up, like at the club, and I don't really see her. So it's been an adjustment to actually kind of make time for seeing each other outside of football.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So it's okay. That's good then. Well, because my main worry would be that seeing each other on the field so much, seeing each other off the field too much, all of a sudden you're fighting, you're sick of each other. Obviously, Noah and Zach, they didn't get to quite that level, but South Freo, that's all they did. They went to I'm pretty sure they drove every single session with each other together and all that. But somehow they still held a really strong relationship. So I could always see that being for the two of you as well, but probably the extra added amount of pressure, needing to play a lot better and all that as well. Do you find that can play on the both of your minds as well, knowing that at that level you're at in the AFLW, you're sort of just trying to hold on to that spot? Like, you've got to obviously play enough games and keep the experience, but holding to that spot. Do you feel like if you're playing well and Indy say you're not, or vice versa, you're sort of worrying about whether one of you will be in the next week or not?
Again, I think it was like at the start for me, I really wanted to kind of play round 1, and was probably worried about her selection. I guess I had to separate myself from that because I had to worry about my own selection.
Yeah.
So thinking about hers on top of that was a lot of stress. I've gotten really good at separating those two things, and it took a lot of practice. But I'm very good at worrying about myself now. And for me, if I want to play with confidence, I just need to know my role really well. And I think Webby does that incredibly well. She values role and make sure we're clear on it before we run out. So if I have that, I'm very confident and I'm probably not thinking about Indy's game at all. What about you?
Yeah, Mim getting like selection pressure, everything was never a worry for me.
Well,
like,
I feel she's,
yeah.
she's sort of written the rule books
But
herself,
myself,
hasn't she?
I think last year I came into it just like happy with whatever. Like I was just happy to be there, selected or not. I was just like, I'm still learning. Like I've barely been playing for long. Like whatever happens is whatever. But I think this year it will like come into it a bit, like the selection pressure and stuff. But yeah, just still got to understand that I am still learning and like
Just ride the wave, basically.
yeah, it's whatever's best for the team at that time. And yeah.
Do you enjoy the back line?
Yeah, I love the back line.
That's
and, you know, obviously
first
we've got,
time.
you know, Emma O'Driscoll,
Yes, yeah.
Pewee, Braz in there. So, yeah, I think it's the best line, to be
They
honest.
do. They pretend like they're the best line.
Yeah,
they do look
we
like they're
have
having a lot
fun.
of fun.
Yeah.
Well, I got to say, like, ruckman, all you got to do is just tap the ball. So back line, a bit more pressure. But I always saw you being a little small forward, just running around doing the work around there.
I think I'm like very competitive. Like I think it also maybe comes from a small town thing, but I always like to be the best and like try to be the best at everything. So I think in the back line, I want to win over my opponent. Like I remember every single time they touch the ball, like I think that's good for me down there because I just hate seeing them get the ball or winning. So like I just love having someone to like shut down. And yeah, forward line, I could give it a go, but I just have these vivid memories of when I was playing Rogers, I one time got like a 50-metre right in the goal square and it went straight out on the full. And I feel like I'm just like not good in front of goals. So yeah, something I need to keep working on.
Something to practice.
Have you had a goal yet?
No.
No. Oh, well,
She needs another 50-metre, I think.
Come on,
Yeah,
send me the
100
ball, would you,
metres.
Mim? Come on.
I'm trying to get my own goals.
Yeah. I did kick a goal though one time in a practice match in Rock against Mim. I'm pretty sure I tapped it to
Did
myself
you?
and then got straight to the
I don't
goals, yeah.
Roll
I
the
can
footage
clip it,
'cause
it's somewhere
that did
in my
not
phone.
happen.
Well, definitely send it our way. We'll hold on to that. That might be the best clip the Stroms have ever made together. So it's been an experience for the two of you being out there, getting the opportunity. What's sort of like the next goal for you both out in the field? Like Mim, you're obviously ticking off so many boxes, and I'm assuming team success is the only thing missing from that calibre of yours at the moment. And Indy, you're just trying to keep on playing, get the experience under your belt, and just keep on going from there. But like, is it to just try and get as many games as possible with Freo? Is there do you see a shift in the club at all? Like what's sort of going on there compared to your first? Well, Mim obviously been there for a while. Compared to from your first there versus to what you're seeing there now.
Yeah, definitely coming in, I had no expectations of personal goals. A few years on, I've been lucky enough to achieve some personal goals, but I think all the goals I've set before that and goals I have like for this year are to be the best, you know, for the team, and team success has always been something, you know, premiership is at the top of every AFL player's list. So yeah, team success, obviously disappointing to not make finals last year so we're definitely aiming for, you know, pushing for finals again this year, and hopefully we have an awesome team who can do that. Yeah.
I think you will. I think it's going to follow. I'm not sure what's going on with the guys at the moment because they've been up looking unbelievable and then just had that loss, and now everyone's gone, well, it's all over, pack it up, dream's gone, sold my flights over to Melbourne. But yeah, I'm really rooting to see the two of you get out there and take a flag for yourselves. With the next side of stuff, like going into sort of like your the way you want to sort of play. God, I've lost my train of thought already. I had it stuck in my head and now it's gone. Well, no, now it's back. Indy.
Yes.
Basically, with what you've got next in store for like with your personal goals and wanting to achieve, do you feel that what you're doing outside of the ground or outside of your life is sort of impacting on how you're playing out there as well? Like, is your job allowing you to give you enough free time? Are you sort of finding you're getting that balance right from there?
Yeah. So last year, I was obviously working heaps before footy, and then last year I kind of dropped off work to focus on footy, but I picked up uni, and I think, second half of the year with like the season starting and uni going on, it was a lot for me and like very stressful. So I think that I learnt a lot from last year, and this year I'll definitely have heaps more strategies to help me balance that stuff. But I think what I'm doing outside of footy definitely helps me be my best at footy. Balancing things way better than I did last year, not working as much.
That's pretty much where I wanted to go, the balance. That's what I was trying to get to, because Mim, like yourself, you said, I know you've just finished prac, is that right?
Yes, I did.
Yep.
That
well
was
done.
a lot.
Is that
Thank
your main
you.
prac done, or is that
just one? I've got 2 more pracs, sort of main pracs to go, but that was wonderful. But I did have to juggle it with football, which was a lot.
Say, yeah.
Like, I know that if I was in my first or third year, I wouldn't have been able to do that. Again, it's experience and learning to balance and strategies to cope have come a long way, and I feel very comfortable with my study and work balance, that I was able to achieve that, and it was a great experience, my prac. So
the club would be really accommodating too, like the role that Liana plays for you both as well, with allowing you to sort of have, if you need that little shoulder to lean on to sort of help in that sense. I'm assuming they really encourage you to set yourself up for what life after footy could look like, but obviously they want to try and get the most out of you as possible because you're so valuable to the team. Do you sort of see like a pathway, like not saying that your careers are ending anytime soon, they're definitely not. You're going to be playing for years. Indy, you've still got probably another 20 years in you. But do you see like where your life could go outside of footy? Like even Zach being involved in the club in a coaching aspect, is that sort of something where you're going, well, I'm really enjoying my time here now, but at least now I can see where something might go down the track as well?
Yeah, it's a funny one. I've done quite a bit of coaching with the club, and it's probably not where my heart's at. I haven't found, but teaching is very similar to coaching, and I'm studying teaching. I do want to become a teacher one day, so I'm definitely not closed off to that option. I guess previously it's been, what can I sort of offer? I don't really know much about coaching, but you sit back and you watch the game and you do go, I can see this happening or this happening, and you realise how much experience you do kind of have. I'd love to stay part of the club in some capacity, because I just love the environment, like the eliteness, like a bunch of people like-minded who are pushing themselves for, something bigger than themselves. So, who knows where it's going to take me. I'd love to finish my degree, but beyond there, I'd love to stay in clubland in some capacity if I could.
And Indy, obviously, your career is still really young.
Yes.
But you're at uni too?
Yeah, I'm at uni. I'm doing early childhood, so teaching as well.
There's a bit of teaching in your family.
Yes.
Family trade.
But yeah, I'm definitely still trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
If teaching's the way to go or not. I think it's important to have a degree under my belt for whatever stage I might need it in my life. But yeah, something that footy really pushes is to, have an education outside of footy for your future. But yeah, I'm not too sure I've figured it out yet, what I want to do. But yeah, something to do with the club and being in an elite environment as long as possible would be cool.
The two of you are still so young. I don't expect you to know exactly what to do this yet. I've only just figured out what I'm doing at the age of 30, so you've got plenty of time up your sleeves. Well, the two of you in the club, who would you say, like, you've obviously known each other for so long, you know exactly what annoys each other, what goes on each other's heads, and pretty much how to get on each other's skin. Is there stuff that you guys do in the club at all to sort of prank each other or get under it, work each other around? What's one thing that Mim you would be doing to sort of get under Indy and Indy, vice versa?
No, I don't think we try and annoy each other at the club.
You've got to be a little jokester at the club.
We actually sit next to each other in the lecture theatre, which is a bit weird. I think she has to sit at the front because she can't see, and I have to sit at the front so I don't get distracted. Sometimes I shake my leg just to concentrate, and that really annoys her.
Yeah, you've been moving your chair this whole podcast.
Oh, sorry.
It's been annoying me.
I think I've been doing that too, so that's okay.
I think some of my little traits annoy her, but she knows
yeah,
it's never
I
on
don't
purpose.
think I think outside of footy, we like annoy each other sometimes, but in footy, I think we kind of gang up to annoy other people.
Yeah, probably.
Like we
actually
become a
probably
little
the case.
team weirdly. Like we're good friends at footy and we become a little team.
Yeah, someone was picking on you in the lunch line, and I just
Yeah.
sort of told them to shut up.
Yeah, we kind of just, it's weird. I don't know, we kind of have each
We
other's
just
backs
unite.
at footy.
Yeah.
Um,
So we're probably annoying other people.
yeah,
It's about
probably.
bond.
You're like the opposite of most sisters. Most sisters try to get under each
Yeah.
other's skins, not work together to get under other
I feel like,
people's
yeah,
skins.
most times you'll just find us like laughing in the corner about something, like
yeah.
talking about something that's happened. But
Yeah. Sorry,
nothing-
guys.
yeah,
They
we
probably
really
just
we
they probably
annoy
hate
each
us.
No one hates you at all. You're absolutely fine. There's still like, I still have so much more I want to ask you guys because I just feel it probably bore people with the questions regarding your family, because there's so much I still want to learn about Zach and Noah, but they're not included for today. It's all about the two of you. With your next steps, looking forward with the club and that, would you say that you're thinking that you might be able to, with that flag right around the corner, do you think that's going to be right on the verge of it, or is it still a year
You'd
away?
like to think every year that you're in contention for the flag. My trouble is without any preseason games, it's really, really hard to. While you can think you're flying now, it's really hard to compare yourself to other groups and see where you're really at. Obviously, the last few years, North just being so dominant, that's kind of the standard that everyone sort of wants to push towards.
How many have they won?
Was it back to back?
Are they on like a massive winning streak? Is that
Yeah,
right?
it was. I mean, I know they won last year, but I'm like, did they win the year before? I can't remember. I sort of tune out when we when we
I'm not
lose.
really a
I'm so
big-
angry.
I'm not a big footy head, so people will be talking about these names. I'm like, who?
Well, on saying that too, with inside your club, when you see people, teams like North do what they do, is it something that your coaches and all that are trying to bring into you, going like, look what they're doing, what are we doing that's missing?
It's always good to compare yourself in a healthy way. Like this is, look at say the top 4 to 8 and be like, this is the standard we need to be at. But I think there's also still a lot of trust in how you want to play in your game plan and just continuing to evolve it and execute it right. I think we've got a really great game plan, and I think if we do execute right, we could be, real contenders for the flag. But again, we've got our first practice match on Friday, so that'll be really good to actually test ourselves against Oppo, see how we stand up under pressure. But we've got some incredible young talent, and the great thing about the preseason matches is that everyone gets to play and sort of see everyone's talent and hopefully play with a bit of freedom because there's no sort of high stakes on it.
Yeah, we spoke slightly about it before. Like, you got the practice matches coming up. It's a fair few to play before actually getting into the season. But do you still find that you give your all out in there? Because I feel you're still fighting for your spot. Well, some people fighting for their spot. But are you finding that, would you prefer that to be within the season so it actually feels like it's worth that little bit more? Or are you still going to give, regardless whether it's practice or in season, you're going to give your all no matter what?
Yeah. Obviously, practice match is a good opportunity to maybe throw some things around and see what works. So
move you forward.
Sorry?
Move you forward.
Oh, maybe. Could be.
Dad would love that.
Yeah, so it's probably not going to be the best, what we're going to showcase on round 1. So it'll be a bit hard to gauge. But, it's a good opportunity to see what works and what doesn't.
Not saying it's a waste, but do you feel like it's something where you could go, well, we would have much preferred this to showcase it in another way than just be practicing out there? Because I feel you can practice a lot within training. Those practice matches are very important, but I mean, so many practice matches in a grow, it just feels as if you're going to keep doing the same thing and then go, we're getting a bit over this. Would rather be getting into the mainstay.
I think
from
it's
here.
hard, having our list size so small. So our practice matches by ourselves are sometimes only half a court or 2 forwards playing. So, and we're playing against each other. We know each other's game plans. So it'd be good to come up against opposition to see. They won't know our plan, so we can implement some stuff, and we'll actually get a good hit out instead of kicking to the 2-on-2.
Yeah, that's probably something people don't see. Our list size doesn't allow us to play a full game. So we're 31 girls.
Okay. Yeah.
And then depending on who's available or how much time they can play, it's really hard. And we've been playing as much as we can with our train-ons. They've been awesome. But we're at a point where we do need to play someone else, a different opposition. So I don't mind the amount of practice matches. I think there was an optional possibly 6 in total.
Yeah.
We've opted for 4. So I think it'll be good. Every season we get at least 2, and then we kind of before the 2 we're always kind of looking to play West Coast in a match sim sort of situation. So I don't think it's too bad. Obviously we're still pushing for, eventually more rounds. And hopefully they'll just kind of turn into more rounds as we proceed. But in terms of like how hard we go, like I'm probably giving my all, whether it's, match sim or just even a drill, because it kind of pushes me to be better, and I think it pushes our team to be better.
Yeah. And I feel that's definitely the way to go about it, but it's also just one of those things of like, you are going to give your all, but at the same time, if something goes wrong and all that in the back of your head, you're like, what if I'd pulled out of this? What if I'd done that? In saying that, have you had serious injuries?
Touch wood. Probably the worst have both been, mine has been an ankle.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago was probably the worst, and then I've had little rolls here and there. So been very, very lucky, and hopefully no more.
That's it.
But I guess one thing for me is you can always think about that stuff, but you just got to push it out the back of your mind because it's going to affect your game if you do. And once I'm in a game, even if I'm worried about something before, I'm often switched on. And the great thing about the ruck is I don't have a lot of time to think about anything else.
You just got to throw your body around.
Yeah, pretty much.
Have you had
I think that's something that I like think about quite a lot. Just like the type of person I am, I overthink these things a bit.
Yeah.
So that will always be in the back of my mind, I think. But yeah, for me, no injuries at all until I had an ankle, so that's about it. And then one completely non-footy related at the start of the year, I cut my foot, and that put me out for a while. I had to get stitches, but up in Exmouth.
Of course,
yeah.
Didn't say no more.
But yeah, nothing major.
That's good.
Very luckily,
That's really promising, because the last thing you need is, especially the two of you being so young, is an injury that sets you back. Like it's not fun. Like obviously you've seen your brothers do get a couple here or there, but they've actually probably not had anything.
Yeah, they've gone pretty
They've
safe.
been pretty lucky. I think just the older age.
Yeah,
has been got Zach.
Yeah.
I think in the mind he's ready to keep playing.
He can still keep going. Don't worry,
sure.
he can still keep going. That's why he's still going down to Baldivis there. But like one thing, like from my perspective, I don't know if I've obviously mentioned to you, but I've done my knees from an early age, and that sort of put a bit of a damper on me. And I now see that any young player, whoever it is, whether it's a knee injury, knee, foot, whatever it might be, and if it just keeps setting them back, it's just, I know mentally what that does, and I'm just glad neither of you have had to, but I still feel you're quite strong-minded. But you start to have those doubts about going into a contest, because you start to think to yourself, and I did this many times after I did my knee the second time, if I run into this, I might do my knee. So then you hold back. And then that's when I started to realise I was losing my love for the game, because I didn't want to throw myself in there, because in the back of my head, I'm like, I do my knee, I'm out of work, I'm out of this, I'm out of that. And it's not something I wish upon anyone. So I'm glad the two of you haven't yet.
Yes.
I don't want to ever hear that you are, but I'm also believe in comparison to where I was versus where the two of your minds are, you're more well-driven, you're more understanding, you know that you've probably got the best support group around you guys, regardless with everything that the club offers there.
Yeah, and we have the best physios, the best medical team that do all the prep for us to make sure that they reduce the risks of these as much as they can. No,
definitely. Do you correlate with the men's much, the two sides? Do you find that they overlap a bit?
So this year we've moved to full days. So last year we did 1 or 2 full days, but now we're full-time at the club. So there's a lot more crossover, but we'd already been sort of crossing over. They sort of train a little bit earlier than us, and then they'll do their matrix, and we'll sort of be on the opposite schedule. But yeah, see them around the club. Obviously, we're big supporters of theirs. Go to as many games as possible, and they're obviously doing really well. So and from time to time we get a few down doing a bit of coaching. We've had Mason Cox come down and do a bit of ruck work.
Yep.
He's awesome.
Yeah, what's he like in person?
Oh, he's really cool. Yeah,
He's great,
he's
yeah.
actually such a great guy. I didn't know him before he moved to Freo. You obviously see him play, and you probably have your own ideas about him. But he's just honestly one of the nicest blokes I've ever met.
Yeah, he's a
and
really
has
great
a wealth
guy.
of knowledge and will take the time to chat with you about anything.
Yeah, from a fan perspective, I think the moment he left Collingwood, he just became a very lovable person. I think it was just the fact that he was in the players' colours. Everyone just had their input on him. I honestly think he's an amazing player, but just seeing him down at Fremantle, I love seeing him in the colours. And then from what Liana's even mentioned to me, is that he just really got involved with everyone at the club too. Like, got to know the girls' team, got to know everyone and the guys, admin staff, all of that, and that just shows that such a great clubman he is as well. With it all there, is that sort of a common trait in the club as well? Do you find that yourselves are always getting engaged with other people that you might not usually?
I think, across the board. So the admin departments are upstairs, and then the football departments are downstairs, but they're very interchangeable. You know, I feel like everyone prides themselves on getting to know everyone upstairs. We have lunches upstairs, say hi to the crew. I'm very heavily, both of us are heavily involved in the fans and communities program, so I know all the staff there, and love the connection piece.
Would you say you know everyone's name?
I'd say in the fans and community department, I'd know everyone's name, and I'd know most of upstairs.
Good.
Yeah.
Indy, would you say you know most people?
She's just
no,
terrible with names.
so.
There was
I saw the video.
There may have been a video.
To be fair,
I honestly have never seen that guy.
Fred is more works with the men's media side. While we do have one media department, we've got certain people that go to W and certain people that go to men's. So he is more across the men's space, to be fair.
I've honestly probably only seen him once.
But it is on us to get to know all the staff.
Yeah, probably.
And we appreciate them so much.
You up. That just popped up, and I was like, I've got to bring this up because I want to know exactly who this person is and why you didn't know their name, because it seemed like everyone else did.
Or why you took a stab at Gavin.
Yeah, Gavin was a very outlandish
Yeah, now
name.
everyone's calling me Gavin. I did feel bad, but I don't know how everyone else knew his name. I swear we've only crossed once. But
I'd say I know the whole media department, but yeah, that was a hard one.
You also worked in the media department, so
yeah, true.
Yeah.
The community around the girls and all that, are you finding that advice and all that's being offered really well, especially to like first year and second year players? Do you finding that you're getting that support from everyone? They're sort of offering that advice that you need to get yourself ready for the next season going forward too?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, we have all the resources and we have meetings every day on education and all these things, and we're all kind of in it together, I guess. In selection, like, we know that whatever team gets chosen is the right team for the day, and we've always got room for improvement, and we're just all kind of in it together, and we have everything we need there from the club, and they will support us no matter what.
I think the club's always been good at connecting from young to old. Like, we've got a lot of really young girls, but I like, you see Evie Parker chatting with Braz, like, it's like you don't really see the age difference at all. Obviously there's a bit more experience with some players, but we always encourage the younger players to speak up, and everyone's opinion is very valued.
Who would be the oldest person at the club?
It would be Braz. Yeah.
And is it like, for you, speaking with people that are much older, is it kind of normal?
Yeah, I feel like we're all just the same.
Yeah, same age, I think.
Like, I don't know. I feel like
tends to be the case in the football.
Yeah, I could be very biased, but I think Freo honestly has like the best connection in the whole.
We haven't seen any other, but
like, everyone is just like besties.
Agreed.
Like, no, there's no bad blood with anyone. Everyone's just good mates. Like, I'm not like scared to talk to this person or they're older than me. Like,
there's no sort of political agenda in the club.
Not
You're not find sort of split up into groups. That happens a lot in amateur football. I think we might have spoken about this a little bit last time I had you on. Yeah, it's just at that lower level you find like everyone's got their own life outside of football, which makes sense, and football is only a small part of it. But there can just be that time where you find that that group all stick together because they've been at the club the longest. The new guys are sort of trying to find their way around, and then there's obviously just some people that just get down there and get themselves involved and then leave. I'd probably say I was the latter of them. I just like to train, see myself, and then get out of there. So I never really experienced what that sort of community, like that culture around the club really was. And it's probably also the fact that I just kept jumping from club to club. So I never really got to stay there long enough. But it's great to hear that at the higher level they're really doing that. And again, having your sister there as well, sort of watching over you and allowing you to get these experiences too must be something really special as well.
Yeah, for sure. And like all the older and more experienced people at the club, like they encourage us so much to speak up and be leaders, and like we're all equal. And I think us like younger ones are very mature, and you know, like your older ones as well can be a bit silly as well. So like that dynamic is really good. Yeah.
No, awesome. Well, we've spoken a lot about footy, and I'm sure you've still got plenty more to do in the football zone. But in an aspect of what's next for the rest of this year, because we're already at the halfway point of the year, have you got much coming up? What's left to tick off before you get into the nitty gritty of the footy coming up? No weddings to go to.
No life events.
No, we're pretty much booked to the rest of the year.
Just footy.
Yeah.
Continue studies on the side.
We'll both drop down to part-time. Just a little something on the side to keep our brains ticking over when we're not at footy. But I think pretty much
last year as well. It was my 21st and you didn't have a special birthday. It's Lucy's 30th.
every birthday's special.
Oh no, someone's 30th last year. One of the brothers.
Noah.
Noah.
Yeah.
Noah's
and then my 21st, so that was kind of a key event. And then we had the wedding. So this year I feel like we've got no events really coming up.
No events, win a premiership and have Christmas. Yeah, I think so.
When does the season start? When can everyone start getting involved with the girls this season?
Yeah. So what is it? The 12th of August, or am I making that up? 17th. It's the 10th of August.
That we don't know. We're just focusing on the pre-season matches.
Yeah.
So we obviously have a pre-season match this Friday against Adelaide Crows.
Is that played here, or you got to fly?
Played here at Freo Oval at 12 p.m. I think, and then next week we'll go away and versus Port Adelaide, and then the 2 weeks after that we'll have another 2 scratch matches in Perth versus Eagles and Richmond.
Round 1 is the 16th of August.
Yes, 16th of August, round 1.
Put it in your calendar.
And we obviously have
that's a home game.
Oz versus Ireland game coming up.
Oh,
yes.
I can't even believe I haven't even mentioned this. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
that's
feel very
huge.
privileged.
That's been played here?
No, in Sydney, which would be really exciting. Lally told me actually they have one of the highest Irish populations of Australia. So it would be great to see a lot of Irish down there, and hopefully also a lot of people cheering for Australia. But yeah, it was very privileged to be picked in that team. Obviously have a few practice matches to go before that, but it would be really exciting to play in that. And, you know, I get to play with some of the best in the comp at Freo, but to play in a whole team of incredible, hardworking people would be really cool as well.
Is that actually going to be AFL, or is it going to be gay?
It's going to be AFL, they've decided, because all the girls, know AFL. It would definitely be a disadvantage to us if we played Gaelic. But maybe, hopefully in the future it continues, and maybe there's chance for, an Ireland game and a bit of a cross-code sort of situation. Yeah. So who knows where the future will take us, but at the moment it's going to be AFL this year.
I'm excited to see that. That's going to be awesome. When I saw your name get picked up there, I was like, oh, how good, another accolade to our list.
Yes.
A lot to look forward to for you with ending this podcast as well, because you're going to have all this come your way too. The both of you, thank you so much. This has been great to catch up with the two of you. Indy, I've got to finally get some more words than you out of than just hello and how are you, which has been great to sort of see and hear about it. The love you have for each other is huge. Mim obviously showing a lot more, but I can tell that you're secretly that type of person that you show it in other ways, which is really, really exciting.
You could show it a bit more.
Gotta keep it
It's
humble.
good though. You need to have that balance in the relationship. I'm really excited to see what you get up to this season, and I promise you I'm going to be following along. And I've been chaotic last year, so I didn't manage to get down to many games at all. But
you got to come Sunday in the sun.
I'll be there. I'll be next to Helen and Brett, and I'll be cheering on the names, wearing the jumpers, whatever.
Pestering
whatever
Zach on the side.
He does that to himself. He doesn't need me there for that. But thank you so much for taking the time. It's been great, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where you are this time in hopefully about a year's time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.